Hi, everyone. I'm Tony from Up at Night. I've been awake for a long time today, so if this episode seems a little delirious or I start rambling a lot, you'll know why. I wonder if I have really dark circles under my eyes. I can't tell. I can't actually see what we're recording with because we're not recording with our normal camera. Our normal camera's memory card decided to bite the bullet right before recording, which is just great. Just fucking awesome. We're sitting here. First of all, Borden's computer won't fucking start. Turns out that was a simple fix. We just had to unplug the card, which apparently is the problem. Then we try and get the card to read. Guess what? Card's not going to read. So now we had to figure out something else. Good thing we bought this Logitech camera to record our Let's Plays video with, because at least it's got good quality, and this way we can still actually record something this week, because fuck, man, episode almost never happened this week. We sure as hell can't go buy a fucking memory card at 11 at night or fucking midnight, whatever fucking time it is. I don't know. I don't even know where I am anymore. Borden's gone. I don't know if he's ever coming back. At this point, I don't care.
Okay, so what are we talking about? Let me just look at this quick. I'll get an idea for an intro.
You don't get to look. You get to learn. Welcome to Up at Night. I'm Tony.
I'm Borden.
All right, we got a bunch of stuff this week to talk about, mostly from Comic-Con, because we skipped. Well, Comic-Con took place over last weekend.
We sandwiched it with videos.
yeah, unfortunately, it took place in between recordings, and last week we did our Star Trek Beyond kind of take and stuff, and next week we'll be doing, hopefully we're doing Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I'm excited for
That'll be fucking cool. But anyway, so we've got a lot of cool stuff that came out of San Diego Comic-Con, so we're going to talk about the few things that we saw. We're going to start with obviously the biggest one, and you knew we were going to probably talk about this, but fucking Justice League trailer.
That came out of nowhere.
It did. Actually, no, I wasn't expecting to see a Justice League trailer. I was expecting to see something like maybe them show like pictures Wonder Woman for sure. And we're going to talk about that for sure. Don't get it wrong.
No.
But I didn't see them showing like a full-on like trailer for this.
No, and it was funny because I remember going through. I was on the internet and I found it on a post somewhere. It was like shared through Know Your Meme or some stupid site, and I'm like, what? And
what?
I'm like, no, it was 9gag because I'm the worst part of the internet.
You are the fucking.
So I was on 9gag,
scum of the internet.
You know what? I don't actively engage in anything on 9gag. I want funny pictures. Okay, go with me here. So I saw a picture of the Flash.
So lost respect.
Frozen, there was a picture of the Flash, and they're like, his costume is great, and I'm like, that's too professional.
Yeah, to look like it's like
so I googled it
up.
and I found it immediately.
You're the one who told me, because I had been
you were busy that day paintballing, I think.
Yeah, I went paintballing that day. We should throw up the picture. Did you see that picture of the fucking like
welt?
Yeah, the welts I got
banged up.
I got fucked up. We should throw those up as like a.
I can just do that and post that
edit into the video
because you have Facebook. I'll just steal it off your account.
Yeah, but anyway, I didn't know but you sent me that text that day and you're like, holy shit, Justice League fucking trailer. And I was like, and I didn't want to like do it like on my phone. I was like, I'll wait till I get home. I'll watch it there. And like I watched it when I got home. I was like, yes,
it was good on the phone.
So okay. First reactions, I fucking loved it. As far like from what I've seen so far, everything they've showed looks fucking dope. And it sounds exactly like what they were talking about when they said what they were going to do with Justice League. It's going to be less fucking broody than Batman v Superman was.
More comedic,
more comedic a little bit. I don't necessarily need the movies to go in that direction. Once again, if you watch us, you know we enjoy Batman v Superman. And not everything needs to be like Marvel's movies.
No.
But I do think that they
have a nice middle ground.
And I think they have a nice middle ground with this one because I think the characters, if you've ever read or watched anything with Justice League, they do kind of have that same feel that this movie almost has, or at least it seems like it's going to have, where it's like, yeah, you do have the characters like Batman and Superman who tend to be more serious, but then you do have characters like the Flash, and generally Green Lantern is the other one breaking the ice. I have a feeling, from what I've heard from details on the set at least, there's like a lot of talk that Flash and Cyborg have a lot of the comedic kind of like back and forth banter, but from what we saw in the trailer, like Aquaman.
Aquaman. Yeah.
Seems like he's gonna have his own like kind of form of like comedic humor, just because of the fact that like he's playing such a hardcore.
He's so miserable. And dark
he looks like such a miserable asshole. I love that line. Just, hey, I hear you talk to fish. And he just like picks him up and slams him against the wall. But like someone was saying, like I can't remember where I read it on the internet, but they're like, 2017 is the year that like all the Aquaman jokes die.
People, that's the uniform response from that trailer was like, Aquaman's cool now.
Yeah,
which we saw this coming.
They showed him trying to be as badass as possible. Like, I mean, first of all, it's Jason Momoa
chugging like alcohol,
throws a bottle of fucking Jack down, like
just walks into the wave,
standing in front of the fucking like tidal waves and shit. Like, that's the kind of stuff that like I've been waiting for when they announced Jason Momoa was playing Aquaman. I was like, he's gonna play this character as a total fucking badass. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if you've read anything recent with Aquaman, especially New 52 Aquaman, he plays a very fucking like angry.
He's an angry king. He's like a whole nation.
Yeah, he's a very hardcore character. Like, he's not at all like a happy-go-lucky. Like, he's not at all like the fucking joke character that people.
Come here,
like,
dolphins.
Yeah. And like that's the other thing too is like like I have a feeling they're gonna make, because I that's the one thing I've been hating, like, you know, about like everything that has to do with Aquaman. Not that I'm a huge fan of Aquaman, but like if you've read the comics ever, like I've even read some of the Aquaman run that from New 52 and the Justice League stuff, and that character is such a badass that like they had to pick someone who could really portray that, and like I think Jason Momoa is just gonna. Some
people are a little skeptical on him, but if
I love the eyes. Fucking like really piercing green eyes and stuff like that. He looks fucking crazy.
And you know what? That's one of the things that really shines for that trailer is that Bruce Wayne is a happier guy in this
almost
up team. Like, he's very like smiling.
I almost love that line too, or not almost, but like I do love that line where he's like, "Batman, I thought you didn't exist," and he's like, "I do when it's convenient." Yeah. Like it's almost like you almost can tell that Bruce Wayne's just fucking with people at this point. Like,
well, the funniest picture I saw was like "Do you bleed?" It shows Superman. It's like, "I heard you talk to fish," and then it shows Alfred like, "Quit trying to piss off people that could literally kill you."
Yeah, literally murder you. Yeah, yeah. It's so true though. It's like Batman just going around picking fights with fucking demigods essentially.
See, what I'm wondering about is when I watch that trailer and he picks him up and he pounds him against the wall and Batman's kind of just like gets that look of fight in his eyes. Yeah. Aquaman kind of goes like, "Whoa!" Like,
yeah. I am intrigued. I'm intrigued. I just love the fact that like, yeah, he's more or less on their side, and it's like more or less. More or less. He said no, didn't he? He said no. Like, I just wonder if that scene's gonna be more of like them like they're gonna fight or in some way, shape, or form, and then like we'll see how that goes. But like I have a feeling he's probably going to be like the character that begrudgingly shows up like later on, kind of thing.
I have a feeling they're going to fight him, and he's going to realize how strong they are, and they need him.
Maybe, or he's going to realize how big the problem is, and maybe like show up later. He's going to tell him to piss. He's going to be like Wolverine and fucking Days of Future Past and be like, "Fuck off," and then like he's going to show up later on or something like that. Or not Days of Future Past. That's in the First Class. First Class.
He's going to roll in and save the day out of nowhere.
Probably for one scene. He's probably going to roll in and save their asses. I mean, we've talked about this on this show before, whether or not we thought Ezra Miller was going to make a good Flash or not.
We joked that he wouldn't, and I left myself kind of on the fence.
Yeah.
Seeing this trailer,
really
all I wanted was them to shave his face.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
He doesn't have that scraggly beard anymore.
The stoner facial hair.
Yeah, and the long hair too. I found that was the big thing too, is like seeing him even like, it's like you said, it's such a minor detail, but seeing him without the long scraggly hair and like the crappy looking goatee, and like he looks a lot better. He looks a little more clean, like with the short hair and like the shaved face. And honestly, he looks good for the part. I mean, even though once again, I mean, apparently they just don't want anyone to be blonde in these movies because they got rid of the blonde Aquaman, they got rid of blonde Barry Allen. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. I mean, that's not something I get hung up on. I like the character, though. The character seems really interesting.
His costume is perfect.
Oh, it's so cool. They did say they were going for more of an Injustice look, and it's what it looks like. It looks like it's the Injustice armor.
It makes sense, though. I mean, if you're running at that velocity,
yeah,
and you've got to worry about running into something at an instant,
or punching things,
or
getting punched, like I mean, and that's the other thing too. Is like generally speaking, like the Flash isn't the most. He has like regenerating abilities, but he isn't the most. He's not like Superman. He can't be hit by like a tank. I noticed
from the trailer that his suit was on a stand, right?
Okay, yeah.
And I have a sneaking suspicion that he gets his suit from Batman, because it only makes sense.
You think so?
The armored suit, I think, is a gift from Bruce Wayne for joining the team.
Well, that might be it.
And I think that makes sense.
That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting thing. I did like the show of his powers and like just the whole thing where he's like Batman gives him like literally no time at all. He's just like, "Hey, I'm looking for some people for a team," and he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He just immediately throws a batarang at him, and he's just like, "So you're fast, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Well, that's an oversimplification.
Yeah, that's an oversimplification. I just love the we're looking for people for I'm in.
People with special power. No, I'm in.
I'll stop you right there. I'm in. I don't have a lot of friends. Like, yeah, like, and like that's what I've heard. Like everything I've read about that character is that he's going to be very, like, I mean, and like Barry Allen usually is the comic relief when it comes to like Justice League, because he is the more like, you know, kind of goofy character.
And he's
like,
always been treated as the younger kind of hero, where he's on the younger end. They don't ever say that he's teenage or anything, but he's always seems like that early 20s guy.
Doesn't seem like he's a teenager.
No.
He looks like he's
early
in his
20s.
Like, yeah, 20s.
And that's what I like, is that it's always been in Justice League that, like, when the Flash dies in the main story arc of Justice League for, like, the animated series, that was one of the things, and it's in comic books as well. When he dies, the whole team is distraught. Like,
just totally lost.
It fucks everything up.
Yeah,
his death
because
is
he really is
universe.
like. I mean, like when you look back even to like the animated series, like Barry Allen's like he's like almost like the heart of the team, right? Like
he is
like really he is, and like that's sorry, in the original animated series it was Bart Allen, Wally West, but still Flash. And I mean, like it is true. Like when you like, it is true. Like when they say like, yeah, he almost is like the living heart of the team, because it's like he's the one that kind of like, yeah, is like the most upbeat, and he's the one that's always like being positive.
Brings people back up positive.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the
but
positive.
he's also essential in his power because he's faster than anyone and he can travel through time. So he's completely necessary.
Oh yeah. It sounds like it's gonna be fucking sweet. I mean,
the combat looks great.
Yes, what they've shown so far.
I like that.
Cyborg looks good. They didn't show much for Cyborg. I was kind of hoping they would show a little bit more for Cyborg. Maybe show him doing something. Maybe shooting off his cannon.
Crazy how many people don't know who he is.
Really,
I was talking to people at work, and they're like, "Who's the black guy?" And I'm like, "That's Cyborg." Like Cyborg, he's literally a black guy that's a cyborg.
I guess like Cyborg is more New 52 / like
he was
era.
Teen Titans before.
He was Teen Titans, but like as far as Justice League is concerned, I would say like he is more New 52 era like Justice League. You know what I mean? Like in case instead of him, it would have normally have been I guess just like Green Lantern
or Martian Manhunter.
Or Martian Manhunter, sorry. Yeah, that's a good call. It would have been more so Martian Manhunter. The one character that is missing, obviously, from this movie is Green Lantern. I have a feeling Green Lantern is going to come in, obviously, in a later state. We've talked about that before on the show.
I'm hoping Shazam comes in at some point.
Dude, that's the other character that I'm really hoping that they end up doing, because they have talked about doing a Shazam movie.
Wouldn't that blow your mind? Yeah, they have. The Rock was Adam.
They already cast Black Adam. Yeah, they cast The Rock as Black Adam. I wonder if they're still looking for someone to play Billy Batson / like Shazam, or if they're maybe saving it for something like imagine that was like in like an after credits scene where it's like,
imagine if he just rolls in this movie because he
does that,
because he has Superman equivalent powers.
Because I mean, like New 52 Justice League has Shazam on it. He's one of like the mainstay characters on.
Now they changed his name from Captain Marvel. Essentially,
Captain Marvel goes back quite a ways. Actually, Shazam is more like, I mean, if you want to like talk about like, oh God. Okay, so the whole deal with Captain Marvel was originally a character made by another
studio, like
comic book company when that got bought out by DC, and when Marvel found out that they had a character named Captain Marvel, they flipped their lids essentially and tried to sue the pants off them. So essentially, like after a shit ton of legal battles, they ended up changing Captain Marvel to Shazam, because Marvel has their own Captain Marvel. Remember,
yeah,
the female character,
and it just happens that DC's is cooler.
Yeah, Captain Marvel actually, and another bit of news from Comic-Con that I won't talk too much on because I don't know too much about it, but they did cast Captain Marvel for
Defenders.
No, it's one of the movies coming up. I think it's
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Avengers.
2?
I think it's still Avengers later on there, and she's gonna get her own movie. It's Brie Larson that's playing her though. She's a pretty cool actress. Do you ever watch Scott Pilgrim? She played the ex-girlfriend, the blonde, the one that's in the band.
Oh,
yeah, that's her there. But she's done a lot of other stuff. That's just what I recognize her from. But she's apparently a really great actress. So apparently, like, that's pretty big news. Anyway, yeah, like I said, Justice League. I mean, obviously shaping up to be fantastic. It's still a ways away. It's still next year. So I mean, we're gonna hopefully see more footage or see some more stuff coming as we go along.
People are way more excited about this movie than they were for Batman v Superman.
For sure.
I honestly think it is. It comes down to marketing. They should have never called it Batman v Superman.
No, they should
have been Superman 2.
Yeah,
that's literally what it was. It was not a Batman, or just did a solo Batman movie. Like, it would have.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did you hear about the rumors that the Batman standalone movie is going to take place in Arkham Asylum?
That's pretty sweet.
That's because they have been talking about the fact that there's a lot of rumors that the Batman movie is going to have a bunch of villains in it, and like people are wondering like what that
How
means.
would that possibly work?
Yeah,
if it's Arkham
and they
Asylum.
said like it's probably going to take place in Arkham Asylum, which would be sweet.
I also foresee them, if Suicide Squad's successful, taking pre-existing
Characters,
cast from that and putting it in.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely going to happen for sure. And it's already sounding like Suicide Squad's going to be pretty successful. Like I mean, that movie's been getting a lot of hype.
I have a feeling that we're going to see Ben Affleck as Batman as far as Hugh Jackman was as Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
he's just going to be in a shit ton of movies
as Batman
through all the Arkham stories.
Did you hear there's a rumor also that what's his name's going to be in Suicide Squad as well?
Who?
The Flash.
Oh.
And I have a feeling it's going
He's
to
just
be...
going to catch somebody or something?
I have a feeling... Because, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you know this or not, because I didn't have time to look it up. Is Captain Boomerang a...
Flash villain.
Flash villain?
Yes.
I have a feeling they're going to show him in a flashback of the flashback.
A Flash in the flashback? Flash Paradox confirmed.
Whoa. No, I have a feeling it's going to be like a scene of him getting captured, and that's it. But like, it's going to be like what Batman's role is. It's going to be like a very minuscule, probably like 5-minute scene or something in the movie. But like, I have a feeling that because they said the Flash is going to be in it essentially, I can't remember if they said specifically the Flash. They said another Justice League member. And he's the only one that really makes any sense because, like I said, one of his villains is legitimately in.
Well, and
the
I
movie.
feel like Ezra Miller's just got so much time on his hand. He's like, this is like the start of my career, like my
Oh, yeah,
my big time career. Can we just do this anytime you want?
He's gonna blow up for this for sure. Next up, let's talk about a bit about the Wonder Woman trailer. You watched the trailer for this,
combat in it. Oh my god!
Yeah, it looks fucking sweet. I did like her armor in this. Looks fucking awesome. It looks way better than the Batman v Superman armor.
They've learned something from Batman v Superman.
That's the good thing is I think if we can tell anything from DC Studios, it's that they're learning from what like people are saying. You
gotta give them a break. They've never done anything on the scale of a Marvel movie.
And that's the thing is like I think they're kind of learning and evolving as they go. And I mean, Jeff Johns is the president of DC Entertainment now. Like he was announced the president of DC Entertainment like last week or something like that. And I have a feeling that guy has his head on like right. Like he's got his head on right. He probably knows what people want at least. Like they took a stab in the dark with Batman v Superman essentially, and they're like, okay. Here's what worked from Batman v Superman. Here's what didn't work from Batman v Superman. Okay, let's take it from there, and like we'll figure out what people want. I mean, I like Chris Pine too. Chris Pine looks like he's going to be fantastic. My problem with
Chris Pine is that
he plays Chris Pine.
No,
he plays like Captain Kirk.
Yeah, no. My problem is that he almost has too small of a role. I feel like
we don't know that yet. Though we don't know that yet. I have a feeling he's going to be right alongside her the whole movie.
No, but after this movie...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I feel like he could have been casted... He's one of those actors, he could have been something big. He could have been, like, a Green Lantern or something.
I see what you're saying. Like, you're
spending him as a character.
I see what you're saying. You're almost disappointed that he wasn't used for, like, another...
big superhero.
Big DC character. Okay. I can understand what you're saying. I agree with you, too.
I feel he's going to be great in the movie. You're right. But I feel, is it fair that
he's not Green Lantern?
You're Wonder Woman's boyfriend who's going to be, like, 80 by the time Justice League rolls around. Yeah. Not even. He's going to be, like, 100 and something.
He's going to be dead.
He's going to be dead, yeah.
Because if it's World War I, he's dead at this point.
Yeah.
But
smart place to put her storyline, though.
And you know what? Here's the thing, too, is like I like the idea of her movie because it gives me the same kind of vibes Captain America: First Avenger did, where it's like, oh, okay, this is a World War II movie set with Captain America. Like this is really his origin kind of thing, and it makes sense for her because like I mean, she is immortal and stuff like that. She's been around for a long time. It makes sense that like, and I like the idea of her having like this idea of like her coming out into the human world the first time, and it's during a war, first of all. So I mean,
she gets a convoluted.
She gets kind of like like a poor view of like humanity almost, and like even in Batman v Superman, she said like I shut myself away from humanity like 100 years ago or whatever because of the fact that it's like she saw some of the worst in humanity by seeing them like literally the world at war with itself. So I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting concept. I'm actually kind of more stoked after like I mean I was going to see this movie no matter what. I mean,
I had a Captain America 1 vibe when I watched the first trailer.
Yeah.
When I watched it again and saw her flipping around the floor, kicking everyone's ass.
Yeah.
All that came to mind was that Batman fight sequence in Batman v Superman with the crate. I'm like, if it's anything like that for the whole movie.
When she fucking busts that gun over her back, that's so cool. I thought that was such a good shot. I have a feeling
that it's going to be
fucking sweet.
More Watchmen than it is Captain America.
Oh, really,
For Starl. It's going to be that darker side, but it's going to have a lot more action. a lot more like just badass stuff happening. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like I said, it's interesting. I mean, I liked what I saw as well because like they showed a bit of what's it called, Themyscira and stuff like that, and like
her talking with her,
like her mother and stuff like that. And I'm wondering how much of a part that's going to play and how much they're going to show of that.
I love it. Didn't even take like an hour after that trailer came out, but like people were sharing pictures where it's like, "You're a man," and he's like, "Don't assume my gender."
yeah. I what is it? I sexually.
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter.
As an Apache attack helicopter.
Helicopter.
Did I mention earlier in the video that I'm up for like
he's been up way
15,
too long?
16
and
hours
then,
now? I'm just
funny enough, we had nothing but camera difficulties.
I explained that.
Yeah.
You'll get that. If Borden ever edits in any of my ranting, you will know.
I'll throw it in between.
Anyway, anything else you want to talk about with Wonder Woman? I mean, like I said, I'm really excited for this. Like, it does look like it's going to be.
I still don't get her music. Her theme song is so much more badass. What is that? I feel
just like you're like, yeah.
I feel like they're like, take her seriously. She's a woman.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I saw a post too, because they're still going on about Ghostbusters and saying that it's like, it's just because they're women that it's bad, right? People were like, I'm excited for Rogue One, that chick character's awesome. And they're like, Wonder Woman, that chick character's awesome. And then Ghostbusters, it's like, cricket in the room. Nobody cares.
No one gives a shit.
Yeah. It's not because they're women, it's because they're terrible actors.
It's a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie, yeah. I have a feeling, like, it's like you said, like, in this day and age, I mean, really... Like, I like, the first thought in my head going to see a movie is not... Oh my god, it's all female cast. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Make a good story central around characters.
Around good actors or actors
it's like
and actresses.
Things.
Like,
You've been watching Stranger Things now.
The
most badass character is that little girl. And she is taken seriously by everybody that watches her. So
11?
There's no excuses. 11, yeah. 11
even what's her name plays like a good crazy character.
The older sister? Oh, and the mother.
Yeah,
too. Susan Sarandon, is that her name? No.
Did you just?
No, I knew
if you know who. Yeah,
it came out of my mouth.
Oh my god!
Like, what the fuck? I was watching.
Susan Sarandon.
I was watching that show, Brickleberry. I was watching Brickleberry. Sorry.
Winona Ryder.
They have the same fucking name, okay? Come on.
Susan Sarandon. Oh my god.
It's one of those fucking 80s actors' names. Fuck off. I'm tired too, okay?
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway.
So Susan Sarandon plays the mother in she's a great actor.
Winona Ryder. Go on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's fantastic. And like, yeah, it's like I said, like it's so funny to me that like so much of that shit turns. I mean, that's just the internet being the fucking internet, like just the cesspool that it is. Because like I said, like
giving voices to people.
Yeah, giving voices to people that don't need them. Yeah, exactly. Like us. But still, like I said, like in this day and age, like I don't know a lot of people that go into a movie being like, well, this movie's got like 4 women as the main characters. I don't know if it's going to be any good. Like, that's not running through anyone, like at least anyone I know. Like,
nobody says that. It's like, I don't go to a movie and see 4 guys as the main and go like, oh, this better be good. It's got 4 men.
They don't have a diverse enough cast, man. Like,
no.
Write good characters, write good stories. Just fuck off.
It doesn't matter what gender they are. Who gives a shit? But, anyways, that's our little rant done.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, Justice League. I have a feeling. I think they've got it down pat. If they make
I have a feeling. I have a good feeling about these next few movies. I
feel like they're with Justice League. Just watching Ben Affleck in it because he is a director as well. I feel like they finally were like, "Fine, listen to Ben Affleck. He's annoying." But just listen to him.
Maybe he knows what he's talking about. So like I said, that's exciting. I mean, if you're a DC fan like us, and I mean, obviously you've heard us. If you watch the show, you've heard us fucking talk ad nauseum about these fucking
just too bad we couldn't watch it the night it came out and then recorded like we did with Batman v Superman.
I know, yeah, that trailer, yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
so up next we'll talk about Doctor Strange because the trailer got released for that. The second trailer for that got released. Man,
they're getting it right.
They're getting it right, man. This movie looks fucking cool, man.
When I saw the scene, there's a scene where the city's being torn apart and then it's being rebuilt because Doctor Strange is doing that. That's a scene that I saw right out of the animated movie that came out years ago.
Yeah.
And it literally brought me right back there where I'm like, they've got it right. Like if he's trying to fix the city as he's fighting.
Yeah. You get to see a glimpse of Mads Mikkelsen's character, which he looks fucking sweet. He's got like those like really, they almost look like burned out eyes and shit like that. Oh my god.
All the characters look good.
Yeah.
Who's the other? There's another big actor that they showed off in there. and saw them as well, and I'm like, that character's badass
Yeah.
too. I don't know. I like the Wi-Fi joke. That was funny.
That was great.
Where-
Yeah, what's this? My mantra? No, it's the Wi-Fi password.
We're not savages.
We're not savages here. No, that's great. Yeah, this movie looks like it's picking up. Like it's going to be fucking awesome. I love this shot of him. He grabs the cloak and he like
It just hovered.
yeah, it like hovers onto him and stuff like that. And I was just like, that's fucking cool.
yep.
Like that's such a cool shot. Some of the other stuff we've already seen, like him like talking with
We have a lot of those Inception
what's her
scenes.
name? Yeah, like that is the one thing I'm worried about with this movie a little bit is
Are they going to do too much of that?
is that going to be too much of a thing? I mean, who knows? It might fit the movie very well. I just like every time I see a trailer, it's always like fucking buildings
I think
rotating in on each other and like Inception.
I literally-
I'm just waiting for the music to be like boom.
No. I honestly think that's just a hallucination. Like, not a hallucination, but that's his first time traveling through the void or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think after that point, they don't do a lot of that stuff. Maybe the one last fight scene he does or something will have that, but I doubt it's going to be the whole movie.
No, we don't know. I mean, because they do show like Mads Mikkelsen's character kind of doing that, like as well, like where like he like lifts his arms up and like the whole like kind of like room rotates. It sounds
And
like
then he
it's gonna
sculpts a corpse
be,
art
yeah,
piece.
that was fucking gross.
Hannibal.
Yeah. No, I am excited for that. Like it's got a cool cast. It's got the right kind of stuff. Like it opens up the Marvel universe for a lot of really cool stuff because magic is not something that's been
I
really
saw an
introduced.
interesting thing. It's like someone put Doctor Strange for Scarlet Witch from Avengers, and I'm like, no, Doctor Strange is immensely powerful.
Actually, just snap his fingers and fucking crush that bitch.
Yeah.
If it's the one from the movies, because the one from the comic books is immensely more powerful than the one from the movies, because she has like reality bending magic, whereas like the one from the movies is like, yeah, I got lame psychic abilities, not fucking world ending powers.
Well, she could barely contain a blast of a building from a bomb inside of a
the one from the comic books literally wiped out the entire mutant race, short of like a couple hundred mutants. There's a bit of a difference there. She literally like blinked them out of existence. Like that just happened. That's a thing. So yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm excited to see this movie. I mean, that's not too far off either, is it?
Is that this year?
Yeah, that's like October or November. It's like closer to the end of the year, but like
Good.
that's gonna be fucking sweet.
It'll be a gem.
Yeah, it'll be
perfect where it
awesome.
is. Yeah.
Did you watch? Okay, so moving on a little bit. Did you watch any of the Suicide Squad new stuff that they put up?
I watched one of the new trailers. I didn't
you?
notice anything.
So like they put out a bit more stuff with like They did like these
Character
like
videos,
yeah like
yeah.
like did you see the character spots like the 1.5 minute like 2 minute long
The Joker one I saw, I think.
yeah you saw the Joker one you saw, so like they showed a little bit more stuff from the Joker. I mean this movie obviously comes out next week, so I mean they're not going to show too much more. I think they're just like they pretty much shown what they're going to show. I did like the fact that they showed the Harley Quinn. She's pulling out the Jester costume because they did say they considered putting her in that costume until they decided to go with the whole Hot Topic look.
I guarantee she's probably going to be in both at some point.
Well, no, I think literally the only like thing they showed of it was like she holds it like she pulls it out of a bag and like holds it up, kind of like smiles at it and then like tosses it aside and picks up like the costume that she's wearing in this movie. But that was like the only nod to it they had because like they did say that they considered it. They said they considered doing the Jester look, but they decided it just didn't look right for the movie kind of thing. And I can kind of agree. I mean that Jester look is very. I mean, that literally came from the '90s cartoon. Like that's where that character started.
Yeah, she wasn't even a comic book character.
Yeah, she came from that.
Now,
she came from that series, and that's very
I would
'90s.
Totally
I would say.
be okay though if in a solo Batman movie, like if they do Arkham or whatever, Joker just tells her to wear it because he's deranged. And convinces her to wear it because that's more than enough reason behind it.
Yeah.
What I did find interesting is that apparently Robbie, I don't know her last name, the one that plays Harley Quinn,
Margot
Robbie, she apparently is like terrified of Jared Leto's acting because apparently he gets
really intense. Yeah.
So
I can see that. I mean, it's an intense character, right? Like, I mean, and that's the thing is like, it's good to hear that because if he's not playing the character intense, then you're not doing it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just that's just the nature of that. Like a character, I would say like. If you've ever like I said like like you watch obviously the stuff that like Heath Ledger went through like even like Mark Hamill's talked about the fact that like
it changes you a bit.
that character when he gets in the headspace up for it, it's like you got to like get yourself in that character, right? Like, I mean, it's pretty fucked up, like to think like literally like a psychotic, like just deranged lunatic, right? Without getting too far down the rabbit hole, like of being that character, right?
And taking multiple conflicting medications and not waking up.
Well, there you go.
Which that'd be interesting to see. Hopefully, Jared Leto doesn't go down that path.
No, I mean that was something else too, because he was having a lot of trouble sleeping and stuff like that.
So he took an anti-anxiety pill and a sleeping pill, I think.
Something that clashed with each other.
Yeah,
and
I read it. I did a biography on him in school. He was
really?
a cool guy. He was a cool guy.
Yeah, he was very interesting. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to throw out like that they did show more of the Suicide Squad. Like, I mean, they showed a few things. We were talking about before. I love the fact that just kind of like Justice League Suicide Squad stuff, like Henry Cavill.
Sneaking around Comic-Con,
just
with
like
a V for Vendetta mask on.
Yeah, and then like he goes up and asks for Will Smith's like autograph or whatever. Like
gets a picture and he's like, "You're Superman."
Like, yeah, that's so fucking funny.
If I had an idea about this. If I was at Comic-Con and I had seen that guy, and for whatever reason I found out he was Superman before he went and saw everybody and revealed himself, would have told him to stop doing the big walk in all of his movies, because Superman, you're already jacked to shit.
Yeah.
You know that whole scene where he walks into the court and he's like,
"I'm fucking Superman."
Fuck off. Like, stop.
Yeah.
You're already big. You're already giant. And in post-process, they're going to make you look even bigger.
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah. Stop walking like that. You pretentious prick. Come on.
Yeah, like I said, I think that's all we can really talk about with Suicide Squad. Because, like I said, there wasn't really anything new revealed. It was just little bits of like extra scenes. I liked what I saw.
People are so hyped for it.
Yeah, we are too. Obviously, we'll give you our impressions next week on it. Hopefully, they're positive.
I think they will be.
I think they will be too. Let's talk about Ghost Rider. We touched on this a little bit last week. I just want to confirm because we didn't know at the time. That so Ghost Rider, as we said last week, is going to be in the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is super cool. They did announce that it's the Robbie Reyes version of...
Robbie Reyes?
Yeah.
Robbie Reyes?
Of the Daredevil, fuck. Give me a name. Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
There we go. It's not Johnny Blaze. It is, in
Ghost
fact,
Devil Rider.
Ghost Man Rider. Sounds like a porno.
Probably is.
The cool thing about Robbie Reyes was I was actually looking him up because I don't really know too much about that character. He does drive like essentially like it's like the idea of like a black '69 Charger kind of thing. He was like a street racer or something like that, and he gets murdered by some gang members that are like trying to get. It's like it has to do with drugs and stuff like that, and then like he gets possessed, like he gets brought back by the spirit of essentially this like serial killer who promises him like powers to take on like or like clean up his like neighborhood if he helps him get revenge on the dude that killed him. And it sounds like the dude that like the evil spirit that like gives him his powers is essentially like a serial killer that he finds out later on. And it is also like you find out later on it's also his like estranged uncle, and he also like assaulted his mother while his brother was in the womb, and his brother's like mentally handicapped, and the reason why he is because of this dude and stuff like that. Like it's a whole fucking conflicted story. It sounds super cool though. Like I mean, it's a very interesting character story. I wonder what they're gonna do with him for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I can see why they went with him.
I like the look. Have you seen like the look of him? Like he's got
a neck suit too. He almost has like a NASCAR driver outfit.
He's got like he's almost got like a tight jacket. He's got like almost like they said it looks almost like a skull like helmet, and like it's got the flames coming off it, and like the Charger has got like the flames.
Now that's probably why they went with that. It's probably easier.
He probably looks cool.
It's probably easy to pull off in production too,
fair.
So they don't have to like completely animate skeleton fingers and
that. They really just didn't want to get Nicolas Cage in the show. I mean,
yeah. You know what? I like him as Ghost Rider. Don't get me wrong.
I never watched the second one. The
second one, and that's the problem. Is the first one sucked so bad that nobody watched the second one. The second one was actually pretty good.
Is it? I've never
seen it. Pretty good. People didn't like the ending. But it was pretty good.
I've never seen it before.
Is Nicolas Cage the best choice? Absolutely not.
He's a choice.
He was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Ghost Rider never had been done before, so might as well give him a free try. But
fair enough.
At least he wasn't Superman.
Yeah, that's... Oh my god, those pictures are so fucking weird.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah, the long hair and the weird glowy suit and stuff. Oh my god, that's so weird. So yeah, like I mean, there hasn't been enough details released on that yet. We'll wait until we see an actual trailer with him and stuff. Talk about that more. Okay, so this is cool. so at Comic-Con, they talked about a little bit about Thor Ragnarok, the movie coming up, and they talked about the fact that, I mean, like, we already knew that Hulk was going to be in it in some way, shape, or form, but they also showed off the armor that he has, and it's essentially the armor from Planet Hulk. And it's like that gladiatorial fucking armor. Oh my god, if that's where they're going with this storyline, I am so fucking excited. Have you read that or watched that?
I watched Planet Hulk.
Oh
it's
my
a great story.
God.
Now,
what a cool storyline.
How would they pull it off? Are they going to end it on a note that he's sent to that planet, or is it going to be he's on that planet with Thor?
Here's my idea, is because I mean, it's funny because like Thor didn't really have much to do. I wonder if they're going to give what's his name's role to him instead, because I'll back up. My idea is like, you know how like nobody knows where the Hulk is, right? Mm-hmm. Like in Civil War, they said where the fuck did the Hulk go?
I wonder if Thor grabs him,
or I wonder if it's Thor that's responsible for him ending up on that planet, or B, if Bruce Banner did it to himself in this like version of the story where he like essentially exiles himself away from the planet because
and finds somewhere less harsh.
Because I mean, the last thing we saw with the Hulk was him freaking out in that city and destroying a bunch of stuff, and like
he's kind of the reason the team almost split because he was a big part of that.
Yeah, and like that's a big thing. So like, I mean, I have a feeling that a big part of it is going to be either him through guilt, he's going to leave the planet, or B, Thor is going to take him off the planet using like a rainbow bridge or something like that and like drop him off on another planet and fucking leave him there or something. And
that would actually be a great... Could you imagine if Ragnarok ends and they do a Planet Hulk movie?
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
How fucking cool would that be? That's what I want. Like if there's another Hulk storyline that needs to be done in
Planet Hulk
film is the Planet Hulk storyline. Because I mean there's other Hulk storylines that could be done. Like there's the Red Hulk storyline. They could even go into the Gray Hulk storyline and stuff like that. Like there is other storylines that could be done.
But Planet Hulk
makes
sense
is the most like it makes the most sense, and it's one of the coolest storylines that revolves around the Hulk in my opinion.
It's
just such a good story.
It'd be so great too because then he could come back as a functioning Hulk where he's like talking a bit.
Well, that's the thing is like in Planet Hulk, he's like that version. He's still Green Hulk, but he's like he's a version of the Hulk that has basically gotten to the point where he's in the Hulk form consistently, and he can talk and make it functional like conversation and stuff. The reasoning like that they said at least in the comic books earlier or the like the animated stuff was essentially that he was so angry from being thrown off the planet that he like stays as the Hulk from that point on for a while, like until he maybe like later on cools down. But like the reason why he's like it because I mean he literally got cast off the planet, and like that's why he never transforms back down in that movie and stuff like that, because like he's literally just like stuck on another planet and he's like surrounded by enemies all the time and shit like that.
And I wonder if it's an atmosphere kind of thing that like if he turns back he'll die.
Maybe that's possible.
That'd be a cool
too.
idea.
I mean, like I said, I'm stoked to see that, but like just seeing that they like the armor looks super cool too, like just showing that they showed it.
I can totally see it being that, he fights Hulk through Ragnarok, right? And then he realizes we can't deal with him. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
I know a planet I can take him to where he'll be at par with everybody because they're all strong there. Yeah. They all like him, and he'll throw them down there.
Well, it's like I was saying, because like I was wondering if Thor was going to end up playing, because remember in the animated film, what's his name shows up and fights the Hulk? Beta Ray Bill, who is essentially just Thor's character, but a carnivorous alien, yeah. And yeah, like that's essentially it. Like, but I wonder if
just swap him with Thor.
Thor because it would make sense, or like I wonder what that. Yeah, if he's gonna take that part or whatnot.
I feel like Marvel's
it'd be cool if they had Beta Ray Bill in the movie.
I don't think they would show him. I feel like that's too vague of a character.
Yeah, that's very much so like a deep.
He is a cool character, and if you're a Thor fan, he's one of your favorite.
Yeah, but Beta Ray Bill is a baller.
But you got to remember, with Marvel fans, for a huge portion of them, they don't really know the comic book story.
They skim the surface. Yeah, they touch pretty much just the surface of those.
And that's why you when you see Batman v Superman released and critics are hating on it and fans are loving it.
Yeah,
it's because it's the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big part of it. I think, honestly, I was going to wrap it up with some of the Netflix lineup stuff. The only new thing, like we talked about it last week, so I don't think we need to really talk about it again. The only thing that I read recently that's a little bit of news that goes along with that stuff is that, from what I read, Luke Gage is this September. Okay. Defenders is going to be with next year, along with
new seasons of everything else.
I think it was Iron Fist was the next one, but they said like Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and Punisher aren't going to be until like 2018.
Oh, fuck off. But they'll be in the other stuff, so it's not big.
Yeah, they will be in Defenders probably and stuff like that, but like their own like series and like season 3 of Daredevil, season 2 of like Jessica Jones, they said they're not having for like a 2 years.
See,
but then again, I think that's because like they've been focusing on Luke Cage, they're focusing on Iron Fist. Defenders is probably going to have all of them anyway, so it's like whatever. I did also read something about how they were wanting to get, I think, Punisher out a little bit faster, so maybe they might put the other ones on hold, like Daredevil and Jessica Jones on hold to focus on that and maybe get it out in like later 2017.
I still wish Ghost Rider was part of this. I wish Ghost Rider was part of this.
That'd be a really cool universe for him to jump into. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, it's neither here nor there. Like I mean, they went that way anyway with the whole Agents of Shield thing.
Yeah.
Which is good, because I mean that show is good nonetheless.
Unless
like, that
there is
doing really
potential for the real Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze, to be in that, and that's why they said yes, Agent of Shield. If you want a Ghost Rider type character, you have to go with Robbie Reyes.
We got plans for Johnny Blaze. That'd be cool. I mean, I'd be really really intrigued to see that. I mean, the movies aside, like that character is a pretty interesting character. Like the stuff he does and like the way his powers work.
This is for the first time one of the. I'm actually glad they didn't go with the actual.
Yeah,
they kept him open
because there's almost potential for them to be like maybe another movie or like you said, like bring him into like maybe the Netflix universe.
I'd even like him in an Avengers movie or something.
Oh fuck, man! That's the thing is like they've talked about the fact that they're going to really pull out all the stops for like the next Avengers movies, like bringing in a lot of characters.
I wonder those classics that everyone loves.
I wonder who they're going to actually like just maybe even introduce as like cameos.
I just want Wolverine in. That would be great if they're like, you know what, you're getting old, Hugh Jackman. We get it. You don't want to be Wolverine anymore. Wouldn't it be great if his last role is you're gonna be in
Avengers and just pop up?
Yeah.
They have talked about the fact that like him. I can't remember who the 3 characters are, but like he's one of the few characters that's been on all the major teams. He's been an Avenger, he's been an X-Men, and he's been a Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She-Hulk was a Fantastic Four as well.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. I think that pretty much wraps up this week. Yeah.
So next week will be Suicide Squad.
Yes, next week will be our Suicide Squad.
I think for games
reactions.
We haven't done another gameplay video. I think what we're gonna do is they're gonna be sporadic. We're gonna do them when we have time because we work a lot. We have conflicting hours. We're working complete opposite of each other.
Yeah, right now.
Like you've been up all day working, and I have to be up early tomorrow to work, and it's like.
Oh yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, I haven't even exported the video and all that shit.
Anyway, so yeah, like I said, we will try and get you more gameplay videos. We're not going to promise them every week. We're going to try.
I
get one up.
Also,
a week.
With the games we're doing, it's hard. We need a game we can put a lot of time into. Maybe we'll do not walkthroughs, but like playthroughs of like whole games.
I would love to do the Dead Space. You said you just installed the Dead Space games. I would totally love to do the Dead Space.
Put down below how much you want us to do Dead Space, because we will do Dead Space.
Oh yeah,
we'll go through the whole franchise if you want us to.
Yeah, I will fucking do that in parts. But like we'll do it in parts. But like I would totally fucking play through that whole game again just to do it like a less. And like that will make for some good video. I think
we will end on 3 doing it side by side.
Oh yeah,
co-op.
That'd be cool. That'd be actually perfect because we could both run that game easily. And I think I own those games anyway on Steam anyway. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so. Yeah, like I said, let us know below if you want to see us do something like that, or if what you want us to see us do.
We'll do anything.
We'll do anything for you, please. Please just like, subscribe, and share. No, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, do that. Seriously. It's
time to go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
And this is where I step on glass.
Is there more glass?
I never cleaned it up.
Did you just break another thing or something?
No, a cup landed on the glass.
Oh.
The glass I neglected to clean up. Robbie Reyes. Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Did you subscribe yet?
Did you subscribe? That should be our fucking intro.
Yeah.
Did you subscribe? Have you subscribed?
Hey.
Hey.
What about hitting that subscribe button?
Like it, share it.
Just slap it all over your friend's face. Just give them a
watch it.
Give them a good old up at night mushroom slap right in their face.
Watch it.
Just shove it right down their fucking. Just you.
Fucking
hey, look. You're not even looking. Look it. Right here. Right here. Like, subscribe, share. And then just like I got a mission for everyone that watches this video. Find one of your friends that hasn't liked, subscribed, or shared something from us, and just like take your phone, find a video, and I just want you to like fucking like face palm them, like just fucking rub it all over their face. Just get all up in their shit with it, all right? And then they're gonna hate you for a bit, but then they'll love you because you found us. And look at that.
And then they'll just hate us.
And then they'll just hate us, and you'll be good, right?